Good morning. The vlog is starting off on a Wednesday. Bay in the background, not showing. You got me saying showing. In the background, editing our vlog. I just wanted to start it up here so I can tell y'all that we have a vlog channel. That we have started a couples vlog channel. Yeah, so I'll have it linked down below. Make sure you go check it out. Okay, now I'm downstairs so y'all can hear me. Today is, like I said, we're starting the weekly vlog off on a Wednesday. And I have been under the weather. And I can't really put my finger on if it is allergies or if it's a cold. Which I just had a cold about 3 weeks ago. So I'm really annoyed. I'm very annoyed. So we moving into this new year slowly because ain't no other way to do it because I haven't even worked out in like probably 3 weeks. So obviously my body is craving a workout, but I just did a little stretch this morning. That's one thing I want to do this year is just flow with life, with the universe, and I ain't forcing shit. Like, period. Also, I haven't even done like a vision board because that's something that I told myself that I really wanted to do this year, and it will be done. But I was journaling and I was just like, calm down. I know you're anxious because you haven't done your vision board, your goals, all that stuff. But calm down. Don't let propaganda get you. You can do a vision board, your goals literally at any time of the year. So January 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever day it might be, it will be okay. But when I do my vision board, we're going to do it together because I think that'll be fun. But back to present moment. I have 2 meetings today. My first meeting is at 11:30. Then I have another meeting with my agency at 1, like our monthly check-ins, our monthly meetings. I'm really excited about that. But I need to make my smoothie. Right now it's like 10:30, and I really wanted to go to the library to take those books back that I shared in my books video, which if you haven't watched that, what are you doing? I'm very excited that a lot of people, I think a lot of you guys, and then a lot of like new people here, so if you're new here, hi, are into books because I love books and that makes me so happy. Anyways, I want to take those books back because I just checked those out for the simple fact, like, okay, I want to show these books in the video. And then I have a few other books that I reserved after like having conversations with y'all about what books y'all was into. And I want a little time to just browse before my meeting, but first I gotta make my smoothie, so let's get into it. I love these shirts so much. Like, I had ran out of sea moss, and now I guess I hadn't had it for like a week, and now that it's back in my life, baby, that good. You can tell the difference. I am still obsessed with this protein powder. I really feel like the camera isn't doing the color justice. Okay, about to drink my smoothie, put my shoes and stuff on, finish getting ready so we can go to the library before this meeting. I have about 45 minutes until my meeting, but I actually have probably about 30 minutes to get this done. So let's go get it done. I'm not taking a side to get back yet. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I said earlier, she wants to pay when I drink water.
Babe, you could have filled your own cup with water. That's my thing.
Couldn't you? All the time I fix yours?
But here's the thing. I did. gotta find the angle. I'm back from the library. Literally, when I had just got back in the car, I got a text message saying that my meeting was canceled. So I actually was rushing for nothing, but we got the books. We got the books, girl. We got them, girl. Before I get into the book haul before I get into my library book haul though, I want to let you know that I'm reading Somebody's Daughter. Not sure what all this stuff is on it. I don't know. But this is the book that I'm reading, and it is really good. I was recommended this book by one of y'all. We really need to start a book club. Comment down below if you want a book club. But one of y'all recommended this book, and I was like, wait a minute. I already had that book. So I just picked it up and started reading it. So I'm really loving this book. I am almost halfway through. My goal, like I said before, is to like read a book a week. And I think we can easily reach that goal. Okay, book haul. So I actually checked out a book for my man, called Blacks. Yeah, I got you a book called Black Klansman. We watched the movie, was years ago. I think sometimes with people, cause even you said, you was like, we already watched the movie. The books be so different from the movie, because we watched If Beale Street Could Talk years ago, but then we read the book later and it was just like a different experience. So this is a memoir, by the way.
What does a memoir mean?
I am not 100%. Let's look at it. Well, I don't have my phone. A memoir, when I think of a memoir, I think of
Cause I know what autobiography.
That's what it's giving. It's giving autobiography. And I don't know the difference between, I'm not sure what the difference is between a memoir and an autobiography. It's a quick Google, but my phone's upstairs, so if you know what the difference is, let us know. Come get your book. Come get your reward.
Our reward for being a good boy. The hard cover.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
So it'll be a major motion picture there.
Yeah, it is soon to be a major motion picture. Okay, and then so here are my other books. Okay, so this one was recommended by, well, it was not all of them, just two of them. I feel like, I don't know. But we got The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. The cover, there's another cover that I seen and it was just so much cuter, but this is fine too. We got Filthy Animals, The Stranger, which I'm pretty sure that one of y'all recommended this book. And then we got Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This is the same author of The Hate U Give, which I never read. I know her books are targeted towards like young adults, teens, but girl, bye. I'm gonna read, it don't matter. I'm gonna read whatever book I wanna read. I'm excited to read this book. I found out about this book. Sometimes I'll just Google books by Black authors, books by authors of color. And you know, this is one of the ones that I found. A lot of the books that y'all mentioned, like, something about your driver. I can't think of what it's called, but I already had that book. I checked it out from the library. I didn't finish reading it. I didn't finish reading it yet, but I'm going to. But yeah, that's my little library book haul. So my meeting starts in about, is this focusing on me? My meeting starts in about 20 minutes, but it's just, like I said, it's early. I had to change out the battery because we don't want it dying on us, you know? Before I have my meeting, I want to say something because it's kind of been on my heart, especially since the meeting I'm about to have is about content, so it's just been on my mind anyway. I feel like when it comes to my content, as a creator, things have changed so much since I started my YouTube channel. For example, short form content, ever since TikTok came out, short form content has been pushed pretty much on all platforms, whether it be Instagram, YouTube. It's being pushed everywhere. And as a creator, of course, I want to learn. I want to be able to flow and I guess be fluid pretty much with the changes that are happening. But I really do love my long form content. But sometimes like I let that get in my head, so I end up not doing anything at all. But I don't know, that's really what I wanted to say on that. Like, I'm really just trying to find some kind of structure, some kind of formula when it comes to how and where and the method that I want to put my content out in. Another thing is that if you're not new here, my channel started off a certain way. It was really food based. It was always lifestyle. It was always lifestyle content, but it was food based. And I'm a really multi-dimensional person when it comes to my creativity, things that I'm interested in, and even my personality. Like, I'm just really multi-dimensional. And I think in the past, I've allowed what I've always done to get in the way of what I wanted to do, which is why, like, you know, this, if you've been here, you know, this channel used to be Plant-Based Princess, which is why I changed it to Returning, because I just wanted it to be more of me in this space. And I think for so long, whether we talking about content or not, I've shrunk myself. I shrunk myself to fit into spaces that may or not even be for me in the first place. Whether we're talking about friendships, relationships, jobs, content, you know what I'm saying? I've shrunk myself, and I've gotten so used to shrinking myself that expansion is difficult. You know what I'm saying? But this year specifically, it is a priority for me to be me, accept myself in all the versions of myself that I have to offer to this world. With that being said, I'm so, like, of course, food, that's still a big component in my lifestyle. Gut health is still a big component in my lifestyle, but it took a lot for me to do that book video that I did, and I'm so happy that I did, because I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like this, being in my head, being afraid of being seen, being afraid of what people are gonna think. And of course I want to serve my community, but I think in my audience, but I think there has to be a balance between what the content that you all like and the content that I want to see, or else it just won't be any fun. But yeah, I say all that to say that I'm grateful to be in the space that I'm in, mentally, physically, spiritually, and I'm happy that I've decided, like, I'm not shrinking no more. I'm gonna put out whatever content that I want to put out, whether it be food, books, like, just honestly expect a variety of content from me, because that's what you're gonna get. No more trying to fit into spaces that we're bigger than. But if you are a creator, or even just someone who watches, who consumes content, let me know what your thoughts are on, like, this new push for short form content. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. I do enjoy short form content, but I also enjoy long form content. I'm gonna continue to make weekly vlogs, sit down videos, food, whatever I'm feeling, honestly. But I do want to know, like, as someone who is a member of this community, like, how do you feel as someone who is a creator? How do you feel when it comes to this new shift to, like, pushing short form content? But yeah, I'm excited. Happy New Year, because I don't think I've said that yet. Happy Business New Year. I just wanted to chat really quick about how I was feeling, and I'm happy I got that off my chest. Alright, let's get into this meeting. We got approximately 10 minutes left. I am. You feel it? So I just got out of my meeting. It went really, really well. I love my talent manager so freaking much, but she said something on here in our meeting that I wanted. I wish I would have been recording, but I don't be wanting to invade people's privacy. But especially with them not knowing, that's just weird in my opinion. But she was just saying that, because I was telling her about my content and me just being multi-dimensional and showing pretty much just what I'm interested in, everything that I'm interested in, and more like lifestyle content. She was just like, yeah, you've evolved since you started this YouTube channel. And I think that your audience, your community, they embrace that evolution and they appreciate the evolution. So really needed to hear that. And she's right. Like, I've grown. I've evolved so much from when I started. And I think that's evident in, like, my presence right now in this very moment, and evident in the conversations that we have, the things I share. And yeah, I'm not going to, like I said before, shrink or hide my evolution and the change that is me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that on that. It's still morning. I feel like today is one of them days where I like myself. Like, don't ever get it twisted. I always love myself. But some days you really like yourself. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. There's certain days where my flaws bother me. But a day like today, like, I'm looking at all my flaws. And it's weird because I don't enter this space enough. But it's like I'm looking at all of my flaws and I'm like, I like that. You know, and despite all the flaws, like, I'm still a beautiful being. You know, that's what the vibe is today. Also, I am the old me, very anxious person. And when you're entering a new transition, a new space into your life, like at the very beginning of those stages is the hardest. And I feel like the beginning has been here for me for a long time. Like the beginning ain't always a short period of time. The beginning can be years. And I feel like I've been in the beginning of releasing like my anxiety and like the worry that really I grew up around, like that fear and scarcity mindset. And it's like this new version of me, or like the person I am now, truly, I don't worry as much, right? I have faith and I trust in the universe that everything is gonna work out for me, that the universe is conspiring in my favor, and also that I'm doing the work that I need to do to manifest the life that I want. But there's like this little part of me that be trying to find something to worry about, have a little anxiety, be a little anxious, and they really be battling, like they be going head to head. But I don't know, I just really wanted to acknowledge it because I feel like I always have that conversation with self and, you know, with Travis sometimes too. But, bruh, like that beginning where you're becoming, right, and you're releasing like your old habits, like those habits that didn't serve you, that be like, I want to say the most challenging part of the journey. So that's where I am. I'm just like remembering to breathe my way through life. And if you are in that space, you are not alone, sis. You are not alone. Just keep breathing and thinking happy thoughts and understanding that I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to be scared. I am okay. I am safe. And there's so much beauty in the unknown and in uncertainty. So I just have to keep reminding myself that. But that's the vibes for today. Travis just went down. He went to the grocery store to get me some blueberries for my smoothies because he ate them all. On the agenda for today, I got to do a reel I'm working with Coco June. It's just like an influencer spotlight situation. And they asked me that I want to be, or they told me they wanted me to be their influencer spotlight for January. They told me in December, so I'll be working on that today. And I think that's what I'm a little anxious about because it's gloomy. Where is the sun? I don't see her, but I feel like I be hearing so many noises like outside. What be going on? I don't know. But I want to challenge myself to work when, you know, ain't no light leaks, when the light ain't hitting like I want it to hit. And I mean, regardless, I got to get it done because tomorrow's raining. It's not going to be any better. So I got to do that. And then the other thing I got to do is take notes for the podcast. This episode, it is going live on Tuesday, which this video will be up before you see the podcast, before you hear the podcast. The culture of consumption, and I'm really excited to talk about this. Like, I just feel like within the wellness industry, every industry, but I feel like even wellness has become victim to overconsumption and obsession. And I'm really excited to talk about that. Other than that, like, it's just vibes, you know? Just vibes. Okay, I'm about to put my deodorant on. Now I wanted to update y'all on this. I don't know how many of y'all saw that vlog, but I wanted to update y'all on this deodorant bomb. I actually really love it so much, and the smell is different than what I would typically reach for, but I like it. And I love that it's just like a tube. You squeeze it out and you rub it under your arm. I feel like this is very like hygienic, because if you have a partner, if you live with a partner, husband, wifey, you know, whatever the case may be, you know they always in your shit. Always. So this is very hygienic, and both of us can like use it and not worry about it being unsanitary. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I just told y'all he be musty. He don't. But yeah, I love this little deodorant. Not me trying to get a thumbnail, but you already know what it is. I feel like lately, Travis up there cutting his hair, if that's what you hear. I feel like lately I've been putting too much sea moss in my smoothie, because I mean, I get probably about halfway through and I be having to go see somebody in the bathroom, and it's just like, I don't really like that. At least let me finish my drink. Let me drink my smoothie in peace, and then you can come knocking, and then I'll handle my business. So today we dialed it back just a little bit, just a bit, because we still want the benefits. But let me enjoy my smoothie in peace, okay? Let me enjoy it in peace. Okay, I'm about to do this little video. I'm not excited about it, not looking forward to it, but I think once it's done, this weight I feel in my heart will go away. So I need to do that first and then work on the podcast stuff. Whenever I daydream, I be feeling like Raven. Especially when I daydream, my daydream be up there. So it's like, anyway. I don't feel like doing this. So I've been working on a podcast all morning long, and I haven't talked to y'all. I wanted to, because today is Friday, first and foremost, and I wanted to end this vlog with just kind of talking about 2024. I know that January 1st isn't, for me, spiritually a time of like grind and all the things that come with the new year. Because if you think about this time, think about all like the animals in nature that are hibernating and that are resting. However, I do think I like to indulge in this time of the year for just like a reset and like reassessing my goals, I guess like business wise, you know what I'm saying, and creatively. So we're gonna take this time to kind of talk about what I'm looking forward to in 2024, kind of go over like my vision / mood board. And yeah, I've never done this, so I think this should be fun. I'm really excited about it, and this is actually like the first time in a very long time where I actually wrote down my goals and made a mood board or anything like that. I be on Pinterest all the time anyway, but I've never intentionally like made a mood board for the upcoming year or like the new year. So let's sit down, let's chat. Okay, so what I did for my vision board this year, or my mood board this year, I first kept it very simple. I wrote it down in like a notebook, and then I made pins that were relevant to the goals that I wanted to achieve. First, starting off, like, I want to simplify my routines, and I mean like work-wise as well as personal. Last night, I finally asked myself, what do you want? Because since the new year has approached, I have been in my head about all of the things that I want to do. Like, I had so many ideas about all the things that I wanted to start, and somewhere between last night and this morning, I came up with the answer for what it is that I want. And I just want to simplify my routines. I want to work on the things that I want to get consistent at the things that I'm currently working on, such as my YouTube. I took a huge break last year when it came to my YouTube channel, and I want to pour my creativity, my love back into my channel. I just really had to bring back to, what is it that you want? Where do you want growth? Where do you want to see growth in your work? And it's obviously it's not obvious, but my podcast and my YouTube channel. And I know I was having this conversation yesterday about, short form content is being pushed, da 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 da. And regardless of what is being pushed, there is still space for long form content. Like, long form content to me is never going to become obsolete, and I'm still seeing results within that space. Whether we're referring to like analytically, but also my heart, like fulfilling my heart, I'm still seeing results there. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to sprinkle short form content. I want to say when I feel like it, but honestly, when I feel like it is probably like once a week. And to me, YouTube just has this, like, YouTube and the podcast, long form content in general, just has such an intimate connection. And that has always been where my focus was. But I think somewhere along the way, with this new wave of short form content, I kind of got distracted and lost sight of what it actually is that I want and what I should be doing, regardless of what's popping, regardless of what is all the rage right now. Like, it's important for me to go back to self and do the things that work for me, and then simplifying my routines. I know I even had a conversation about this on the podcast this morning, and I was just talking about how, like, we see these routines online, and all of these routines have so many different components and elements, but I want to simplify my routines because when it comes to simplicity, it breeds consistency. And I've said this before. If you're not new here, you might have heard me say, when things are simple, it's easier to be consistent at those things. And that's what I'm on. So yeah, I got this, do I have anything on there for simplicity? I don't actually know that I do. But yeah, this is my board. And with all that being said, I want to practice more mindfulness. We have this photo right here, where it's just like so peaceful and so zen. And y'all know I love it like my incense. That's a way that I love to practice mindfulness. We also have practicing mindfulness through movement, like, yes, yoga and stretching, and going to the gym, yes, and running. I have found a love for running that I just love it so much, Also, I want to create more and consume less. We have this little picture right here. I find myself scrolling and consuming more than I was creating, specifically this past year. And I have to say, at the end of last year, I started creating more, but I just want to make sure that I'm creating more than I'm consuming. And then there is some balance when it comes to that, that aspect of consuming and creation. And yeah, I just want to, through these practices of mindfulness, get to know the forever evolving being that I am, protecting my energy. You know what I'm saying? Also, understanding that I am not for everyone. I think sometimes I get caught up in what other people are doing, and especially people who have bigger followings, like, oh, they're doing this, well, that works for them, you know what I'm saying? And it all goes back to, like, not everyone is for me. As long as I'm being myself, the truest version of myself, I'm going to attract my tribe. I'm going to attract the people who relate to me, who see themselves in me. I mean, because that's the point, right? You want people who love you, who appreciate you for who you are, and everybody else that don't, I'm like, that's fine. So big emphasis on everybody's not for me, and with that, just caring less about how I'm being perceived and just simply being who I truly am. I don't think I said this, but the way I broke this up was into like spiritual and like mindfulness. And then the second section is like physical. So we're moving into physical. I'm going to jump right into like YouTube. I don't think I've ever, especially like obviously 100K has always been a goal for me. I think that's a huge milestone that everybody looks forward to. But I don't think that I've ever like voiced that or ever like went into a year saying like, hey, I'm gonna hit 100K this by the end of this year. And so that's a huge goal of mine on YouTube, is to hit 100,000 subscribers. And saying this out loud, like, as my 2024 goal to my audience, it's like kind of scary, because it's like, what if it doesn't happen? There's a level of, I can't think of the word. There's a level of embarrassment, maybe, I don't know, that could come along with that. But if we're not caring about what people think, it doesn't matter. And if we know we put that effort into that space where we wanted growth, that's all that matters, regardless if we got the results that we were looking for or not. Because a lot of times the results don't be analytical a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? But that all being said, a goal is to get 100K on YouTube, and by being consistent, I'm going to get 100,000 followers. Trust me, anytime I've ever said I wanted something or I was going to do something, I did it. If you know me personally, you know that is my story, that is my truth. So 100K on YouTube, baby, by being consistent. And I've realized, like I said before, this is the space where I want to create. We will be relocating. Where's my relocation picture? Yeah, we will be relocating this year. I don't know specifically where yet. We have an idea. We're thinking Columbus, Ohio. The architect is just so beautiful there. There are so many things that align with the people that we are, with the things that we're interested in. So that is really, really high on the list. And I just want a beautiful open space where I can just exist and just be myself. So yeah, relocation. Yes, I love like beautiful spaces like this. Look at the drop top roof. I love sunlight. I need me a space that has plenty of sunlight. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even have like plants anywhere on my list. Y'all know, not on my list, my move board. Y'all know I love my plants. So obviously we're going to have plants in my space. I feel like that goes without saying. And then a new car. Where's she at on the board? A new car. We got the car keys over here. And then we got the Tesla, baby. I really want a Tesla. I don't know. This is very vulnerable for me, like saying exactly what it is that I want. I don't know that I've ever like done that. And I think sometimes it feels wrong to want things, but I had to really have a conversation with myself to fully grasp the fact that it's okay to desire tangible things as long as there is intention and purpose behind it, and long as we don't idolize these physical things, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, yes, a Tesla is very high on the 2024 list. We're getting a Tesla. What else? work out consistently. I kind of mentioned this earlier, just be at the gym consistently. I really would love to be at the gym 4 times a week. Like, that's the goal. Also, more self-care. I really want to get more facials, more massages. Also, already something that I'm pretty consistent with, I get a wax. Like, that's just like one of my forms of self-care. I want to get my brows laminated, and I haven't decided if I want to get false lashes or a lash lift. I haven't really decided yet. Probably a lash lift is something that I want to add to like my maintenance routine. But yeah, more hot baths, more self-care, because although these things don't define a wellness journey, they definitely help complement your journey. I also want to get creative with fashion. I don't have much of that on here, but yeah, I want to get creative with fashion and accessorize. I'm really into like jewelry. There's this brand, I think it's called pronounced Samaru or something like that. They have beautiful jewelry, and I definitely am going to invest in some of their pieces. I also want a grill, like a little, I don't know what to call it, but a grill like this is so cute, and it just like so personable, and it adds so much like pizzazz and style to like an outfit. I also just want to get more creative like in my life in general, like with my hobbies. I really have this desire to learn how to DJ. Yeah, I don't know, but I just really love music, and I love watching YouTube videos where they're like mixing certain songs, and I love to hear one song seamlessly blend into the next one. It's such a beautiful experience, and I want to be able to provide that experience not only for myself, like by doing that thing, but also to like my community. Or who knows, it may be something that I just keep to myself. Also, like, I want to draw or paint, have an artistic outlet when it like as far as like painting and stuff. And I don't know, I actually think I will be good at it, but the point of artistic hobbies is not necessarily to be good, it's to actually start, because we know once you start the thing that, and if you do it consistently, there's no way you won't be good at it. Of course, we want to continue eating healthy, because what else is there? We have to eat healthy. We have our little fridge full of food. We have our mushrooms and green beans ready to be sauteed is what it looks like. But yeah, more eating at home, more cooking at home. Obviously, we want to continue to read more. My goal is a book a week. The book I'm reading right now is so good, and we are almost done with it. Oh, and I didn't mention the podcast. Continue doing this podcast weekly, showing up and giving my all in that particular space, because it's just a space where I have found my community, and I have found my voice and myself through just like showing up. So I want to continue to do that and grow that platform. Let's just say 1 million. Let's just go ahead and go big and say 1 million on there. We already have a pretty good size following, so I think, first of all, anything is possible regardless of what your current reality looks like. But yeah, I think that's in the cards for us. Here are a few like little graphics that I put on here. Your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Be mindful of the things you are putting into your body emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Heavy on that. Absolutely heavy on that. Like, I'm not about to play with y'all about my time, about my energy, who I allow into my space. I'm being very selective in preserving my energy to the absolute max. Also, we have another one: simply let things arise and unfold naturally instead of formulating expectations and worrying. Things usually turn out just perfectly. I love this so much because there are so many times where I try to predict the future, and I worry over things that haven't even happened yet. And I want to get more, I want to be in the present more. I want to flow with the universe more and overstand that everything is working out for me. The universe is conspiring in my favor. Everything will happen exactly how it needs to happen. And this quote reminds me of that. Yeah. Oh, also, I don't know how I almost forgot. We got our deposit, big fat deposits, you know what I'm saying? Direct deposits, 1 mil. We got a wallet full of cash right here because we're bringing in more we're bringing in more financial abundance in 2024 with the formulas and routines that we have set up for ourselves. We have no choice but to bring in more financial abundance. But yeah, those are my goals and my aspirations for 2024. Let's have a conversation down below. What are you looking forward to this year? What were some lessons you learned in last year? Like, let's have a conversation down below. I am speaking into existence that nothing but abundance, love, light, peace will come to you in 2024 and beyond. Yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me in this vlog. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.